everyone, welcome back, and today, finally, I'll be doing my first listen / full-on album review to On and Off's 8th mini-album titled Beautiful Shadow. Oh my goodness. When this era dropped with By My Monster back in early April, I went crazy. It was such an incredible masterpiece, or an orchestral masterpiece to my ears and eyes, with the music video playing hand in hand with the members. But now we're moving on to the B-sides, and for those who know, I'm still at the tip of the iceberg per se when it comes to On and Off in general, right? As some of you may know, I love taking things from an objective standpoint, especially when it comes to groups that I'm still familiarizing with and have yet to check out their B-sides, because the tip of the iceberg is just the title tracks, you feel me? But once you get into the B-sides, that's where you're gonna be eventually digging yourself into, probably most of the time, a positive kind of rabbit hole. And that time when I checked out the summer pop-up album for Poppin', when they had Dry Ice, I went crazy. The choreo for that song goes crazy insane as well. But hey, enough talk. Let's dive into this 8th mini album. The first B-side we have here is Aphrodite. What a name in itself. We got Hwanghyun, GDLO, Luke from Mono Tree, and we got Wyatt on the lyrics. One new name in the mix, we got Mayuaki Saka taking part on the composing side. I'm familiar with her work. She has worked with the likes of G-Friend, if I recall correctly, Yenna's Look to You, and incredible works out there where you can truly sense her influence on a composition side. But let me bring it up here right away. Aphrodite, got my IEMs on today because I know we're in for some one hell of a musical ride. Make sure the volume is good, and let's go. Make sure everything's good here. Okay. Ooh. I like the tempo of this song so far. Wyatt. A lot of percussion work. Okay, build up with the pre-chorus. Ooh, okay. Y'all, I gotta say, I am absolutely loving this song so far. The drive to it, this like shuffling movement that we're getting, the vocal filtering and vocoder work is so on point. It's done in that stylistic kind of manner, but it really works on them, right? But like, if anything I've noticed, at least from their title tracks and then back to popping era with Dry Ice, is that the overall dynamic of this group is incredible. Just how they work off each other, play off each other, whether it be ad-lib work, whether it be the vocal department, whether Wyatt be making us go crazy with his lines, you feel me? But let me backtrack here a bit. Go back here. Yeah, a lot of percussion work in this song. Speaking of Wyatt, verse 2. That cowbell work. Ooh. That was a really cool prolonged verse too. Like, that was a really lengthy verse too, but it stuck well and moved so well and clearly throughout my ears. Great chords progression here. Wait a second. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. There's a nice groove to this song too. Oh, hold up. Hey. Here we go for the final go around. The effort Aphrodite really catches you off guard, but if anything, On and Off just catches us off guard every single time when it comes to just the progression in their within their music, right? But also the arrangements in their music and how things play out. Just when you thought, right, verse 2 was actually done, it wasn't really fully done there. But like also what was really cool, I think, was the descending moment in the song that didn't even happen earlier on. It happened later on. Adds that nice contrast and nuance to the song, you know what I'm saying? And I like how they bring it back together and wrap it out with an outro, you know what I'm saying? I'm actually gonna have to double check that verse 2 because there's no way, okay, a verse 2 goes to that kind of like furthest kind of, how should I say this, extent, right? Okay. Yes. Oh, wow. Pre-chorus, chorus. We're gonna have to go through that again, okay? There's a lot to process. A lot to break down instrumentation-wise. I think it's very clear we get different levels and kinds of guitar in the mix, but also the percussion work as well. Gotta break that down. Oh my goodness. This is crazy, this song. Just when you thought the initial part, right, is like something very maybe mischievous, maybe dark with it and sound. Nah, it has its nice light moments to it as well. And that 1-2 bounce really eases us into the bouncy moment in the song that's like right away at the start of the song here pretty much. With verse 1. I love how Wyatt rides the beat here and flows like this, works around that, like, how should I say this, either cowbell, wood block, kind of work coming into play here, right? I'm gonna have to hear it out more actually. Definitely we got that snare hi-hat work into the mix. Yeah, I'm leaning towards that wood block. These retro keys, these synths, oh my goodness. I gotta admit, I really love Jordyn and Yu's moments in this song. Woo! Every time. So aside from like crazy every time, later on we get a little bit of a chant-alongable moment that has to be one of my favorite moments later on. But obviously, the chorus in this song slaps. There's a lot of crunch. It's meaty, memorable. There's that cowbell work. Like the graceful swans floating beneath the water. You hear those keyboard keys being played? Those chords, how it's progressing like that is so beautiful. Wow, this is an extended verse too. Woo. I mean, honestly, in terms of musicality, this itches like every single part of my musical backbone, where I'm like, I could use some more nuances here. I could use a twist of a moment right here, but I could always use a chorus that is memorable, and that's what On and Off does. It seems like when it comes to all their music, their choruses go crazy. Am I right? To a point where there's longevity. It adds more so of that longevity and replay value. That's what I'm missing a lot in this day and age of music coming from the K-pop scene. At least it's starting to pick up again in this year, in my humblest opinion. But oh my goodness, oh. This moment here, right? This bridge goes so crazy in this descending, like, sing-alongable, chant-alongable manner. I like it. There's a lot of ear candy in the mix. This is very classic On and Off, as I can tell. There's those retro keys. A bass guitar. Every time. I like that grunginess with the outro. Like with the intro, they do it like that, and then they wrap it up with the outro like that Aphrodite or Aphrodite, right? So all in all, wow, a really strong track right out of the gate to kickstart this album. But hey, we have to continue this roller coaster, and let's dive into the next B-side now. So this next track is titled Breath, Haze, and Shadow. What a titling of a song, am I right? But I'm seeing Kween solely on the lyrics. We got Lee Ji-hyung, Chal, and Sam Carter on the composing side of things from the Mono Tree Collective as well. Really interested in how this one's gonna go as well, but let's go. Ooh, a nice piano. Oh, hold up. We're really going into a ballad already. Why does this busy street feel a little strange today? Oh my goodness, Wyatt. Oh, just the tender vocal work with the piano. Wow, Hyojin. Yes, the caressing of that string work. More so that upright bass, maybe, but the level of vulnerability that they're providing in this song can be felt for sure. Any longing, any fear. I couldn't reach it. Ooh, the string work here. The trickling of the piano, yes. Here we go. Yeah. Give us those vocal moments. Yo! Yes, the piano too! Yo, another song that is so outstandingly beautiful. On and off, right? I did not expect them to immediately go right into a ballad after like, especially Aphrodite. But like this song, I love how not only lyrically, but sonically, like them, just how they project themselves off of each other and outward to us with this song, with the amazing production in the works, the string work and the piano work that like really builds up and then it fizzles back down. It builds up and it plays us for this climax of a moment. I like how it does that, but all as a whole, cohesively, just showcasing that level of vulnerability, but more so embracing it. I feel like it goes towards a message of embracing that vulnerability and consoling your past self and moving on from your past self of what happened, those turns of events in the past before, and just in general about moving on, right? It is very difficult to move on, and I'm pretty sure we've all been there, done that. Maybe we're still doing that right now, trying to move on. But either way, I really get what they're putting down here. Lyrically, everything. Production-wise, like, sure, it has a standard, I would say, arrangement, and it has that typical wrap-up of a piano moment, which I am such a sucker for. I feel like you could never go wrong with those, right? Whether it be string work or something acoustic like that. But when you're talking about all the members putting the right amount of emotion and showcasing this level of vulnerability, it is not easy to do, to convey those emotions in a song and to really match that with the lyrics and what the intentions are behind any particular song. And On and Off did that to a T, everyone, for Breath, Haze, and Shadow here. Okay, we're gonna have to break down some key moments here one more time for another go around before we get into the next track, because this was such a beautiful ballad by them. Oh, that tender piano work. I love how Hyojin sets the tone in this song, and it's a little bit airy, right? It's intentionally done that way to set the tone, set the level of vulnerability that you're supposed to get and the emotions that you're supposed to get in the song. Very delicate with it and all, the delivery. Woo. As much as I love Wyatt's rap, you gotta appreciate his vocal chops as well. Oh my goodness, the fact that he's putting the right amount of emotions in and projecting himself so beautifully like this in the song, you gotta commend him, right? Okay, as we progress and progress here, though. Love these piano chords. There's that level of pain and like emotion of the past, right? Of trying to move on. I like this very hollow, kind of string work. I'm leaning more towards that upright bass, but like the string work, we can all agree in general, is beautiful. It's chef's kiss in this song. Oh my goodness. I hope it's all gone. See what I'm saying? Obviously, lyric videos can have lost in translation, but I can roughly get what they're putting down. And that really goes to show you how powerful their music is. Whether it be powerful in a full jammy kind of manner, groovy kind of manner, or something special like this. Ooh, the vocal blending, the layers. Yeah, the vocal layering, blending, mixing, and mastering is so on point for this song. It's 10 out of 10. I like these brief strings being done here, right? Just that little jolts of those strings, just a bit like that. Elevate, elevate. I like how there's this nice balance between Hyojin and Minkyung, because I feel like any other typical kind of song, I think Hyojin would just hold a crazy note here or pop off, and then Minkyung would do more so of that, would more so harmonize in the mix or do the ad-lib work. But I like the balance between the two here, right? See, yet we are still able to appreciate their vocals, right? No one's drowning each other out. The production sets them up so perfectly where the vocals are more so in the forefront. You feel me? Oh my goodness. Just everything about this is so on point. Even all of my hatred. See, that's why there's this, like, this emphasis on breath, haze, and shadow. I think breath is, like, it talks about the night, you know, that deep sigh, right? Of, like, it is such a struggle, a constant struggle to move on. Then it's haze, right? Haze is that, I would say, from the past, right? Or more so, that haze and that the combination of shadow, right? The haziness of the past, but the times that shadow that's behind you, that's cast upon you, that can't seem to go away because you are somewhat holding on to those times. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to connect some dots here, but you get the point, right? The kind of considerations here and details go a really long way with the lyrics, right? Woo. Dun, 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 dun. They could have added another trickle or two, but that still works, right? Oh my goodness. Did not expect the ballad right away, but that means, if anything, it's gonna pick up even more, I would say, more upbeat after this track. I'm gonna assume that we shall see. So let's just get into the next B-side now. Alright, so the next track we're moving on to is Chemical Type. Like I said, I have a feeling we're moving on to more so of an upbeat track, or a track that's gonna pick up the tempo from Breath, Haze, and Shadow. So let's dive into this. Keep in mind, this is by GDLO, Hwang Hyun from Monotree. We got Wyatt taking part on the lyrics, and then we got Nilled. Some familiar names here, actually, more from Monotree, and then a familiar name from The Hub, a collective who has worked with many of our favorite K-pop artists and idols out there. So let me bring it up here right away. Chemical Type, let's go. Ooh, a little bit of turn this, scratch this. Yo! Oh, Ishan here. I love his moment here in verse 1. Very cheerful so far. Bright with the energy. Pre-chorus. With the snapping. Okay, where are we going? Yo, the brass work goes crazy in this. Great vocoder work too. Ooh, Wyatt. Oh, Hyojin. What? That's still Wyatt there? Let me know. Because if so, I haven't heard a verse 2 go like that before, or it's been a minute. It's been a long time. Woohoo! Nice 808 claps, trumpets. The chimes. Minkyung. One more time. Okay. Oh, come on now. You cannot be doing that with the bass guitar, the electric guitar, the brass trumpet work. Oh my goodness. And I love how straight to the point this song is, especially in the bridge where it's like, it's talking about this chemistry with another significant other one, like between you and I, we have perfect chemistry. We're a match made in heaven. This level of sense of certainty that, hey, you are the right one for me, and I'm the right one for you. Let's just keep on going together, right? Because we were made for each other. That level of certainty and that sense of gratitude is everything. And how the instrumentation, the production, to the vocal work plays with us like crazy, especially in verse 2 and the bridge in the song. Wow, Chemical Type. Okay, it might be my favorite track up there with Aphrodite. It's gonna be hard pickings. I can already sense that by the time I wrap up this album. But let me bring up Chemical Type yet again, and we're gonna have to break it down. Oh my goodness, it is just that good. Let's turn this, scratch this. I feel like there is a rhythm guitar in the mix for this song. The chimes that transition here for the pre-chorus, the snapping. Chemical type. I like how the extra layer there by Minkyung has this vocoder work, that vocal filtering. I love it, that robotic, like, it's not overtuned, right? It's just right. It has that futuristically, like, feel that you get from On and Off from time to time. Oh my goodness. I love how my man Sungjun right here, I love how he heightens the experience here. He takes it up a little bit here, a notch, before we dive into verse 2, which goes crazy, by the way. I'm gonna have to lock in here because verse 2 really took me off guard. Go Jin. Okay. Maybe it's because I'm lacking a lot of sleep and a mixture of my allergies, but chemical type. Oh, come on now. The vocal performance in this song is 10 out of 10. It's pristine. Happy-go-lucky piano work with the 808 claps. This bridge, though, the MBTI bridge here, plays this just once. The chimes. Elevate, elevate, elevate. Breakdown of that bass guitar. Second go around. Third go around. Yeah, that vocoder work. Oh, so good. Ooh, what a song. Chemical Type. A masterpiece, I've got to say. I gotta say, this album just keeps on getting better and better, y'all. I can't believe I've been missing out for this particular album, and I'm probably missing out on other incredible tracks by On and Off, at least B-side wise, because they can sure damn throw on a performance beyond their title tracks, right? I confirmed that already with Dry Ice and some other B-sides. But the B-sides on this 8th mini album go crazy. Oh my goodness. And it showcases so much range from the members in On and Off. You feel me? You feel me? And it just seems so signature On and Off at the same time. But hey, let's dive into the final B-side now. So last but not least, we have Slave to the Rhythm. Listen, when you talk the talk, you better walk the walk, and I'm not gonna be surprised, and I'm sure, for sure, I feel like they're gonna walk the walk, because any group that comes through with a song that has groove in the title, rhythm in the title, it needs to be groovy, it needs to have that rhythm, but the fact that this is titled Slave to the Rhythm, oh my goodness, I'm prepared to be a slave to the rhythm in this song, you feel me? But I'm seeing GDLO, Luke from Mono Tree, Wyatt yet again taking part in the lyrics. We got 17, some new familiar names behind the works too for this one. So yeah, let me bring it up here right away and let's enjoy this together now. Ooh, I like this deep bass. Ooh. This alluring delivery. I mess with it so far. Sorry guys, my mic is getting in the way here. Whoa. I'm already feeling the rhythm to this song. Has a nice bounce to it. Ooh, Ishan with the pre-chorus. Ooh, the thrashing. Ooh. Oh, this got a groove to it for sure. That house keyboard work. Michael Jordan. Yo, the intensity in terms of like the momentum, how it never lets up and it just keeps on going and going is truly everything and something that I can appreciate about. But indeed, we are slaves to the rhythm in this particular song here. Oh my goodness. The rhythm, the groove, right? They are walking the walk right now after talking the talk with the titling in itself of this B-side that honestly, I have a sense of being like my favorite B-side automatically right away. Oh. See what I'm saying? That alluring delivery. Slave to the rhythm. Then we got this house keyboard work. I love how Wyatt too is so in unison with his verse 2 here, right? It's very in unison with the rhythm and groove, and it's like he's very intertwined with the production. Like he's not necessarily in the forefront. The production is not necessarily in the forefront. It's just very streamlined and in unison, right? Very skin tight. There's the hi-hats. To the rhythm. I like how it builds up though, right? There's the horns, the 808 claps, the snare drum work build up. Slave to the rhythm. Bridge. Oh wow, hold up. Where's this going? You set me free, this is me, be a slave to the rhythm. Okay now. Oh wow, what an interlude. This song is insane. Yo, Slave to the Rhythm. This song goes so crazy arrangement-wise, right? I think if I'd have to pick a favorite song based on arrangement, it would have to be Slave to the Rhythm, right? Because, like, the crazy follow-up after the bridge where we got that, like, post-bridge, you set me free, this is me, be a slave to the rhythm, that is earwormy, so catchy. just the hooks in this song are 10 out of 10. And then you bring us to an interlude with Ishan, where there's this crazy instrumental break that you could sense a dance break happening in this song if they were to perform this song, or if they've already performed this song. Yeah, I am all for it. I am all for this song, just how it fully plays out. But, you know, before we dive back into it again, okay, we gotta talk about how this kick starts, right? I like how it is not right off the chain, right? It eases us in, but then as it progresses and progresses, it just seems to get better and better in the moment, right? You get not only addicted to the rhythm in the song, that alluring vocal delivery, I can't emphasize that enough, is so skin tight, as much as Wyatt's in unison skin tight delivery and how his rap lines in verse 2 are so in unison with the overall like sonic approach in the production for this song. Crazy, absolutely crazy, y'all. But it doesn't, at the same time, it doesn't take time. Even though it's easing us in, it doesn't take time for us to get the feeling of the rhythm in this song, right? Oh, we're mesmerized, that's right. I like how it says like a brass hit my mind, because there is that, you know, horn work coming out. Brilliant heightened experience. 808 claps, snare drum work, build up. Oh, I love those snares, the kick drum snare work. This keyboard work that's tend to be utilized in house music quite heavily, or whether it be future house, deep house. See what I'm saying? Very in unison, very skin tight with the bass that is so bouncy. Yet his cadence, I like how he announces himself, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to toy with us, just with the delivery, the switch ups, and the slight moments within his lines, you know what I'm saying? Gemini and Michael Jordan, what a line. To the rhythm. Now, I'm waiting for that bridge post bridge, you feel me? That's where things go crazy. You set me free, this is me, be a slave to the rhythm. Honestly, at this point, in the second go around, I'm just enjoying myself throughout this song, you know? I gotta admit. Bridge. I like how it brings it down, right? It brings that energy down. And Hyejin, right? He gets us anticipating more and gets us wanting more and more here. This is still the bridge, mind you. This is not the post bridge yet. Post bridge. Very deep bass, and then interlude. Ishan jumps in. Freedom. I like that freedom line. It's very clever. freedom. And it's like taking me now to the freedom because now the song's over, I feel like. Yo! Oh my goodness, what a song. I think that really takes the cake for me. Just slightly though, mind you, as my favorite B-side here. But if anything, I want all performances for this, album, right? Like, who's here with me? If I'm sure one of these already had like a performance. I think I noticed Breath, Haze, and Shadow have a performance. But like, give us a performance for Slave to the Rhythm especially, and Aphrodite. Oh my goodness. So if I'd have to pick my favorites in order, very tough. Slave to the Rhythm, slightly more than Aphrodite. I love the vocal filtering and the nuances, the ear candy in Aphrodite. And then I'd have to go with Chemical Type, because Chemical Type, I just feel like, ooh, it just has a little bit of everything. It packs a punch with the energy. And then Breath, Haze, and Shadow, don't get it twisted though. I absolutely am sucker for really good ballads. And I like how they didn't do it in a typical ballad kind of manner, aside from the ending, because I'm a sucker for those kind of endings with the piano going, the trinkling and all. But yeah, I think that is my order of favorite B-sides. Let me know your favorite B-sides off of this album, but I feel like these B-sides really extend and prove the level of musicality that On and Off holds and Hwanghyun, right? I feel like no one is holding each other back at this point. I remember, noticing something on my timeline about Hwanghyun with On and Off, but if anything, I feel like together, they're really elevating their craft. You know what I'm saying? That craftsmanship, the details and considerations especially. I noticed how I was talking a little bit of the straightforward messages from Chemical Type, yet the deep and meaningful lyricism that is so cohesive with the production and vocal projection in Breath, Haze, and Shadow. Just something like that. And then something very bombastic and fun with the energy, Slave to the Rhythm. They really showcase so much range. But all in all, 10 out of 10. One of my favorite mini albums of this year. Hands down, without a doubt. But let me know your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen. Did you love this album as much as I did, or even more? Did you agree with any of my statements? Can you relate with any of things that I put down in terms of each track? Or did you learn anything new about these tracks instrumentation-wise? Because not gonna lie, as you can tell, I love geeking out on tracks that I can really gravitate towards and relate to and connect to, you feel me, on a music standpoint. But take care as always, be sure to like and subscribe as it goes a long way and it helps out the channel so much. This has been Garrison, and peace.